Well, where is the Ark of the Covenant? That is the question that we're going to be answering today. So let me just kind of do a quick run through of some important history, and then I'll present all the options at the end very clearly for you. And no, Indiana Jones has nothing to do with any of the options. In fact, we have to go way farther back than 1981 when Raiders of the Lost Ark came out. We have to go all the way back to Old Testament times. Specifically, we need to go back to around 600 BC. You see, Josiah was the king of Judah at the time, and he was celebrating the Passover, and he ordered the Levites to put the ark into the temple in Jerusalem. And that is the last time that the Bible shares the ark's location with us. It went missing after that. It went missing after the temple ended up being destroyed. So King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon ended up capturing Jerusalem, and he raided the temple, and he burned the city to the ground. So the question is, where is the ark now? Some people believe that the ark was taken by King Nebuchadnezzar to some unknown place, and we don't know. Others say that it was burnt with everything else in the temple, that it's gone forever. Some historians argue that it was removed and it was hidden in a secret place by Israelite leadership out of fear that it was going to be destroyed by King Nebuchadnezzar. Other people look at scripture and suggest that the ark was actually taken to heaven. They point to Revelation 11:19, which says this, "Then God's temple in heaven was opened, and within his temple was seen the ark of his covenant. And there came flashes of lightning, rumblings, peals of thunder, an earthquake, and a severe hailstorm." Most scholars, though, think that the ark in Revelation 11 is actually not the same ark that was constructed by Moses. And one also has to remember that you are reading the book of Revelation. And the book of Revelation alludes to the Old Testament time and time again, and the book is heavily symbolic. It's apocalyptic literature. It's filled with symbolism that you have to work hard to unpack, which means that you don't always take what you read literally. You have to interpret the symbols that are there. So the ark could just be a symbol that needs to be interpreted. And the ark there is not a literal ark. There are others that point to books outside of the Bible that mention the ark. For example, 2nd Maccabees. It talks about how at some time before the Babylonian invasion, Jeremiah the prophet ordered that the tabernacle and the ark should accompany him, and that he went off to Mount Nebo. And when Jeremiah was there and he arrived there at Mount Nebo, he found a room in a cave, and somewhere in that cave he put the ark. So there have been several archaeologists that have come along and said that they know where the ark has been hidden. In fact, some archaeologists claim that the ark is hidden beneath the Temple Mount there in Israel. So having been buried there when the temple was destroyed by King Nebuchadnezzar. And they suggest that Israel's leadership didn't want Nebuchadnezzar to find the ark and destroy it, so what they did was they hid it deep below. But we're not going to know that anytime soon if it's there, because that is the home of the Dome of the Rock, the Islamic holy site. And the Muslim community so far will not allow anyone to excavate that. One explorer named Vendell Jones believes that the copper scroll that was found in Qumran in Cave 3 holds the location of the ark. But the descriptions of the places and the contents that are on the scroll are in coded language, so it's not really easy to discern where these specific sites even are, where all this gold and silver and this possible ark is. Another individual named Graham Hancock published a book way back in 1992, and the book was entitled The Sign and the Seal, The Quest for the Lost Ark of the Covenant. And it's in this book in which he argues that the ark has been hidden in St. Mary of Zion's Church and Axum, an ancient city of Ethiopia. At least that's how I think you're supposed to say it. But no one has actually found it there yet. Two other archaeologists in recent years claim that they've seen the lost ark. One archaeologist says that he has seen it under Mount Calvary. Another archaeologist has come along and claimed that he's seen it on Mount Pisgah near Mount Nebo. But these particular archaeologists have offered absolutely no evidence to suggest in any way that they've truly found it. Some say that the ark is buried under the hill of Tara in Ireland. Now, how it would have gotten there, I have absolutely no clue, but there's not really any serious evidence to suggest that view has any merit at all. So here are the options. Option 1, Nebuchadnezzar took it to an unknown place. Option 2, Nebuchadnezzar destroyed it along with the temple and with the city. Option 3, the ark is currently in heaven. Option 4, it's in a cave under Mount Nebo. Option 5, it is hidden underneath the Temple Mount. Option 6, it is in St. Mary of Zion Church in Axum. I think that's how you pronounce it. Option 7, it is buried under Mount Calvary. Option 8, it is on Mount Pisgah near Mount Nebo. Option 9, it's somewhere under the hill of Tara in Ireland. And option 10, it's some other place that we don't really even know. So where do I think the ark is? Well, if I had to place a bet, I think that it was destroyed, probably by King Nebuchadnezzar. And I think that it was destroyed because God knows that if we found the ark today, we would turn the thing into an idol. That's just the way it is. One of the great sins of us human beings is that we are idolaters at heart. And we would turn the ark into an idol so fast, and we would very likely be distracted from our mission as Christians to make disciples of all nations. We would be worshiping this ark. I mean, just think about the bronze snake and how Israel turned that into an idol. Do you remember the story? We Christians, we would do the same thing. And the only one that should be on the throne and that should be worshipped is God. Well, if you've been helped by this video in any way, please smash the like button. That will push this video out to more and more people that can truly be helped by it. Well, thank you so much, and God bless you in the way.